Welcome to a podcast from Beneath. On this episode, we'll be discussing New Year's Evil. As always, I'm here with Billy.
How's it going?
And Eric.
Hey.
And we also have a special guest this evening, one half of the Grimm and Poe podcast, Mr. Poe.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing good. Ready to talk about this little gem of a movie.
Right.
Yeah. The small talk is good. It's not like we've been speaking for the past 40 minutes.
Yeah. Well, before we go into that, do you want to go ahead and plug your show? Because I hear you guys have an episode coming up where you had some really awesome guest hosts on it.
Yeah, they were really cool guys. They helped us out. They came and did a great show, and now I'm here to ruin y'all's show. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's the thought that counts, guys.
Yeah, and it'll be released on New Year's Day, and we got some cool stuff coming out after that for the new year. A lot of cool things planned, and hopefully more episodes where we collaborate with you guys, because I know we had fun.
Oh yeah, it was definitely had a blast. So where can they find your podcast and all your contact?
You can find us on Podbean, the Poe and Grimm Podcast. We're also on Stitcher. Oh, the contact information. You can find us pretty much on all the social media outlets, at Grimm Poe on Twitter, the Poe and Grimm Podcast on Facebook, and same name for Instagram. So yeah, you can find us there and send us an email, Poe and Grimm Podcast at gmail.com. That's pretty much it.
Yep. And to all of our listeners, if you have not listened to these guys yet, definitely check them out. They have a really, really good podcast going.
I appreciate that.
All right, so you want to go ahead and start and give us your thoughts on New Year's Evil. 1980 is when this movie came out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a classic, 80s horror movie.
Classic.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I call it. I know it's a silly, just one of those movies that came out kind of, they're like, hey, let's do a horror movie for New Year's Eve. So, but I thought the story was kind of weird, to say the least. There was a couple of things I liked in it. The kills in it I thought were pretty cool, especially towards the end. I think that's my favorite part of the movie, and it sounds funny, the end of it, not the credits or nothing, but but towards the end it started getting really good to me. I'm like, what the hell? Why didn't they do this kind of thing in the beginning? I don't know. Maybe, you know what I mean?
I would actually have to agree to that sentiment, because it took me 4 tries to choke down this movie, and the last half hour is like a really good piece of like horror movie. Aside from the stupid bit on the top of the roof, which we'll get to, like it was like a really nice it was like the third act of a movie that was good.
Yeah.
like everything came together, but that everything wasn't in the first 2/3 of the movie. It was almost like I was just flipping channels and finally got to a movie that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And what about what really got me was the son in the movie.
Oh my god.
Oh, the little brat. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think they were trying too hard to set that up too early because it was just out of nowhere. Like
I feel like
oh, wait a
was,
minute. Is he the killer? No, we've already seen the killer. So what's wrong with this kid? You know what I'm saying? It's like
he puts pantyhose on his head. He says, "Is this?" What you... He's like, "What is this? What you want? Or is this better?" It's like what?
Then he
I feel
sticks then he puts something in his ear. He like pierces his ear with something. I can't remember what it was.
It was like a
I
paper
don't
clip.
know. He's a fucking freak. This Fruit Loop guy.
He barges into the hotel room. And he's like, "Hey, mother, I got the part." And she's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." She's like, "I'm too busy doing my thing." And he just sits around and mopes around in the hotel room. I'm like, what the hell? Isn't he? How old is this guy? Like 20, 25? Just leave, But anyway.
Like when he started tearing apart the flowers, I thought he was going to eat them. For some reason, he was just taking apart his arm.
I just kept thinking,
you want, Mom?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I kept thinking this was probably like a originally supposed to have been a Columbo episode, and it didn't get picked up, so they just added to it and made it a full-length movie.
It's
it
like
did play out like one of those old, episodes like that. Yeah, you're right. It didn't have that feel to it.
But the son character just felt like an artifact from like an earlier draft of the script. Like he was supposed to be the bait and switch. Like the whole time you were supposed to think it was supposed to be him, but they showed the actual guy's face like right after he did that little voice changer thing. So like, I don't know what that was.
And he was using that wrong too. He didn't have the receiver of the phone on the output of his voice changer. He had that on his up to his mouth, so I don't know how it was even working.
Oh, I thought it was like a little mini talk box or something. Like I didn't know what that was.
It looked like a metal straw or something hanging out of his mouth.
That's what I thought. I thought he had just like some little like what is it? Life alert things with a straw in it or something.
I thought the voice was really weird. Evo.
Yeah.
Evo.
My name is
Yeah.
Evo.
It kind of reminded me because I kept thinking, no, this is not the same voice as from what was it called, New York Ripper, where they talk like Donald
Wizard of
Duck.
Oz.
Oh yeah, that. Oh, that's another. That was a crazy movie. Yeah.
Was that the name of it, New York Ripper?
Yeah. No, you're right. You just hit me with something. And I was like, oh yeah, that was a weird one when they did that duck voice.
Yeah. But as soon as they show our killer, of course, like we said, it's 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought it was the son.
Well, I thought the killer was Bruce Jenner to begin with.
That's good. I like that.
So he's going to be Bruce Jenner throughout the rest of this.
This is pre-op Jenner.
Yeah, okay.
This is the story of how the Kardashians began.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know there are some parallels, like in that whole little scene in the elevator later on. We'll get to the whole castration line. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god, that's that.
This is what happens.
Art imitating life.
Yeah,
You know
so
what? At one part, it had like those like sounds like a Jason ripoff. Like when that girl comes out of that liquor store. I was like, are you kidding me? You know what I'm talking about? Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This whole movie is just trying to pander anyway. The whole punk nonsense at the beginning was just like, all right, I get it now.
I started laughing.
Can we talk about the horrible music in this? I mean, they hired this band to play this.
They wrote a
music.
song. They wrote a song.
I'm trying to remember the song because I saw this yesterday. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
I think this song was called New Year's Evil.
Yeah, well, one of the songs was that, yeah. But they had some other songs.
I wonder if I can pull it up.
That'd be great.
Yeah, but they only had like the one band, but they kept introducing the same band as like 3 different bands.
Yeah.
I don't know if that went through or not, but it was,
Yeah, we could hear
it was like immediately terrible. Like I don't even like the guitar riff. Like it's fucking piss poor. It's like some B-side to like they're just trying to fill tracks in an album. Like, what do we do? Oh, I got this little bit that I've had recorded in like my closet somewhere. Let's just throw it up.
Yeah.
I just wonder if those were real bands or not.
I'm sure they are.
Not anymore. They shot themselves.
This is our big break, guys. We're gonna be on New Year's Evil.
We're gonna have the skeleton lady. She's gonna act like she's a hot chick, but she's not, and she's gonna introduce us at this New Year's Eve party.
See, like the band, they had the punk bands. I guess she was kind of dressed punk, but that set with the I guess the women there taking the phone calls did not seem punk at all. It was like American Bandstand.
Yeah, yeah, but
mixed with like the Jerry Lewis telethon.
She looked like
they introduced when they introduced the punk people. They were just like driving a car, making like weird faces at each other.
Yeah,
and,
you know what I love about? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was done.
I was gonna say what I love about that, like, just from movie making experience, that whole thing had no Foley or music whatsoever while they were filming it, so it was just a bunch of douchebags just in a car, just like doing whatever. There's no way they got like the papers or whatever to film on that street. They're just like being legitimate assholes to people as they're riding down, I don't know, Cleveland or whatever they were.
Yeah, and they're doing like it's the typical, I'm, shaking my fist at the car next to me, and
I'm a fucking rebel, man. Don't you fuck with me.
Yeah.
What were they trying to do? They're like beating up on each other, pushing each other around.
Oh yeah,
they're licking each other, and like, is this real?
And then like some girl in the van shows her titties, and Corman's saying yes.
There it is. That's the Corman Slam van.
He's gonna like listen to us like, I'm gonna sue you. I don't want titties in my movies all the time. Just 99% of the time.
He probably has that one like credit in like a Hallmark movie somewhere. I'm legit.
Yeah, I'm legit.
Yeah, but even like on the show when the bands are supposedly playing, they're not playing that. It's not the song that they're playing live. It's like you can tell they just played another song. The dancing isn't matching.
Oh no, the dancing!
Man.
It's disgusting.
Hey, wasn't there a part where like there was no music and you just heard their feet clacking and stuff?
Yes,
like, running into each other.
I can't accentuate that enough. How awful the Foley is for the whole mosh pit scene. It sounds disgusting. Like if you closed your eyes and listened to that, it's just like someone fucking diddling around the room next to you.
Oh man, that's cracking up when they were like no music and them just like bumping into each other.
It's so weird. I don't know. It's so unsettling. Like, it's a noise that didn't even have to be there. They're just trying to fill up. I don't know. Just put more in there.
It's like the beginning of the movie, like the directors and producer were on drugs, and then like the drugs wore off. Like when the movie started getting good, they're like, cause this movie made me laugh a lot.
I'd like to mention the first kill that he does when he sneaks into that hospital.
Oh, Yvonne or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, that no one called you, and I'm an extra hand." And that nurse is like, "Oh, yeah, we could use an extra hand." And then he's like, "Oh, and I got champagne. Do you have a glass?" I'm like, "What the hell? This dude moves fast."
Like I was.
Hits on the nurse like within 5 seconds. So.
It's like, was people in the 80s this easy?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was only 4 years old in 1980, so I don't know by experience, but I wonder if people were that easy. By
like then. She was making out with him. She's like, "Wait, I don't even know you."
He's like, "I'm Bruce. They call me Bruce."
Yeah.
Hashtag Brewski.
Yeah.
They call me Rod Kickass.
Yeah, but what confused? Like, I actually got confused whenever, I guess they find out that he's going to kill somebody at midnight in every time zone.
Which is
And
kind
then,
of
of course,
dumb. The more
the
you think
nurse is
about
the
it.
first one, and then I guess somehow the cop figured it out first, and he tells the host about it. So I'm sitting there
Okay.
thinking, is,
What the woman in the shower? She's the one at that first.
well, yeah, but I think that was just
That was her friend. They talked
like
about
her
it.
assistant, but that was she
Oh.
wasn't part of the. I think he
That
was
was
getting rid of.
That was a kill that the writers forgot about when they got to the end of
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah, but
They're like, oh shit, we need to throw that in there.
Yeah.
if we don't put her in this movie, she's gonna have our balls, guys.
But I kept thinking, so is he going to fly to every time zone to kill someone?
That would have made more sense, but no.
Also, like, half the movie is just like him just on an airplane. Oh, no, thank you. No pretzels for me. Trying to watch the waistline, know what I'm saying?
Can I get a pillow over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long is this? I'm flying to Antarctica.
He'd already killed the first part, the nurse, which was I guess the New York time zone.
Yeah.
And then when he's getting ready to kill the second girl, he's upset because he should have been at this party, and he says by 10 o'clock, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, it's like the whole time zone and him being in one place, it was confusing as shit.
He was
Then I
ready
finally
to
figured it
kill
out.
her. He was ready to kill
Yeah,
her.
I loved how annoyed he was that whole
He was with
time
that, yeah.
because that was such a juxtaposition. Like, usually these movies like, oh, it's murder, but he's finally just like pushed off kilter just by this annoyance.
It
He's
would have
just
been hilarious if he was like, get the fuck out of the car. I'm not even going to kill you now. Just, dumps her on the corner and goes and he finds another victim. That would have been
I thought he was going to get so fed. Yeah, I thought he was going to get so fed up he just wants to go straight up just knifing him like as they were just like talking in the car.
I've never been more satisfied in a death in a movie than that chick, and I'm sorry to say that. I mean, she was just rambling on about yoga, and she's like, "Oh, you need to meditate and all this. Why are you upset?" He's like, "Just shut up. I got to get somewhere." And then
you could see it in his face, like his lips got all tight and his fake mustache curled up.
Yeah,
and he's thinking like, "Oh my god!" If she says she's Go ahead, sorry.
No, I said the most horrible disguise, by the way. I'm just going to throw a mustache on. What the
It's so perfect, though.
No one knows what you look like, bro.
He's so smooth, too.
At the lineup, they're like, that's not him. The other guy had a mustache.
Yeah.
No. That guy, he had a mustache.
He had a mustache. The other guy wore a blazer. This guy's just wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I was hoping they'd he just knifed them both in the car. They did like the I Saw the Devil thing where it's like the camera follows him just knifing them. That'd been pretty cool.
He was just so upset, like you could just see in his face, like, if this stupid bitch says she's vegan, I'm fucking driving this car into the goddamn river.
Say one more hippie thing. Say it.
Yeah.
Get you.
Man, I guess Eddie's worries. Hey, I'm going to the guy from Chips' house. You want to come? Sure.
He doesn't even have a name. That's the best part.
I'm
going to Poncherelli's house.
I like that.
Might have used another actor instead of Eric Estrada. Like,
He was big at the time, I guess.
Going to James Gardner's house. You want to come? What else is there about this movie?
Well, after that, like, he pulls into like I have to mention this. He pulls into like a liquor store or whatever, and coaxes the other girl out, like the victim's friend. She's like, "Oh, go buy some whatever. Here's $100 bill for like a $5 bottle of liquor."
Buy the most expensive champagne, and she buys a $5 bottle.
She's pocketing.
He's like,
the rest.
and this is $90. And what the hell? I mean, he said the most expensive one, lady. She's like, stop thrifty.
Man, can we point out just how fucking fake that whole scene was? Like, everybody's line, in that little 30-second clip, he's just like, "Okay, here's your change. Thanks. Have a good night." It's just like, why did I need to know any of this information? She could have just left.
Does the liquor store?
Just because you paid that man to be in the movie doesn't mean he had to stay in the fucking movie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why did we have to see the liquor store owner? I mean, he doesn't. We don't see him ever again, and we didn't even get his name.
It's like the flower shop scene in The Room.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's a fever dream.
Like in the liquor store, her face looked like she was like terrified or like weirded out, and he's like $95. Happy New Year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, okay. Like, at first I thought it's like he's going to be the guy to find these ladies all messed up and stuff. Nope.
Yeah.
Cops show up, do their business.
He didn't even hear that girl yell. When she went trying to find her friend, she found the shoes. She screamed.
Well, have you ever walked into a liquor store? Unbelievably quiet. The walls soundproof completely.
Yeah, you feel ashamed walking into a liquor store. I know.
Yeah.
You just do. You're just like, yeah, I'm here to buy liquor, and it's quiet and it's just kind of like a backdoor deal, you know. Here's your bag.
It's like, Mr. Poe, you don't have to wear that fake mustache.
I don't know you outside this liquor store, okay?
Yeah. Do not make eye contact with me.
It's like, Mr. Poe, get out of here. It ain't me, damn it.
Not me.
Yeah, so when that woman goes back out, she sees her friend's like shoe, and then walks up to like the dumpster and opens it up.
Surprise.
And the killer's inside there, and he strikes his lighter, and like, does he pull her in to the dumpster and kill her?
Yeah, he does. He does like a surprise, you know, kind of.
Yeah.
He has like some bad reflexes. Cause as soon as he hit his lighter out, I'd be like, all right, dude, I'm out. Shut the door back and run. Go back to the liquor store.
Well, more of the story is he got the $95 back.
Yeah.
He did. He was like, after he killed her, he checked. He's like, son of a bitch. $5 for this champagne?
He's so mad he returns it.
Yeah. Probably did. That's the unrated version. They showed that scene.
There's another 5 minutes of just discussion in the liquor store.
He's like, here's your $100 back. You have a good New Year.
Another thing that got me too was the I guess like the lieutenant or the cop that's there with the at the show.
Oh,
the information that he gives this woman. He's like, the killer. He's killed again, and he starts going into detail about how he's like, you know, slicing up their breasts really good, and and I'm like, you don't tell somebody, you don't tell somebody that information.
Yeah, it's like just walk in, it's like, oh my god, the victim was so torn up, the new guy was on the corner puking his brains out.
I love when they first went there, and that one guy goes, well, what do you expect with this crowd? You know, he's just like dogging everybody. I'm like, do your job. I mean, you got to find the killer, you know? But I mean, he just like insulted her and what she does. He's like, and this surprises you that someone wants to kill you? I'm like, god damn, that's kind of harsh, but whatever.
Look at his son. He's got pantyhose on his face.
Yeah.
Fucking freak.
Yeah, you're just asking for it. Well, you know.
Yeah.
I guess he was supposed to be like the hardened cop, like he's seen everything that LA has to offer, you know. He was supposed to just walk in and he's like, oh my god, there's Fruit Loops everywhere, the kind of guy.
Sharing that information was not professional whatsoever.
He was like, is this do anything for you? This dangerous sliced up boots.
Yeah, then of course he has to get in front of the audience when they put the hotel on lockdown.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we forgot about the
oh yeah. Oh,
chick
go ahead.
that got away.
Yeah, when that dumbass, he's driving and he accidentally wrecks into a biker gang, and then he freaking hauls ass into the drive-in theater.
He's wearing a priest outfit.
Yeah, for some reason, how the fuck did he get that? I didn't even see. It's like I don't know if I just kind of drifted off into like just my own empty space to forget that I was watching this movie, but I don't remember seeing him get a priest outfit. I don't know how the fuck that happened.
It may have been in the trunk. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He took his shirt off and a cop rolls by. It's like, cop doesn't think that weird. Like some guy's taking his shirt off.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
night?
Right
Well,
outside the liquor store.
It is in
Yeah.
LA though, so
Like
Yeah, it's like two buildings down from the liquor store.
you can see the liquor store in the background. He's changing his shirt, and then he kind of hunkers down a little bit, and then he looks back and he smiles. It's like, they didn't get me. No one knows what you look like. I don't get the
Dumbass cop.
Inspector Clouseau freaking bag of tricks either. I don't know why he has to change outfits. I don't get that part. I don't get it.
Oh, well,
Oh,
it's.
No.
I was gonna say it's sound logic. The cops roll by. It's like that guy's got a shirt on. You can't kill a guy with your shirt off. That's silly.
I just remember something. Remember when the boy, the son, and the mother is having like a talk about the father. She's like, he's not well. And then they go to the psych ward, and they just get close up to this one guy, and then that was it. I'm like, you don't even see him anymore. I thought that was the father.
Oh, like he was in the crazy house?
yeah, I forgot all about
yeah.
It was like they just showed him, and it's like that's it. Like nothing was said, nothing was even talked about. You don't go back to the psych ward. I thought that was the father because she was like, yeah, your he's not well. And then that's it. They show a scene that doesn't even belong in the movie, and then that's it.
There's a lot of scenes like that in this one.
The only thing I kept thinking during that scene was, I wonder if they really do that in what's the PC term for it now?
Looney bin.
Looney bin.
health?
Yeah, we'll go with Looney bin. I wonder if they really do that. I wonder if they have
Let him watch New Year's.
and put the hats
Let 'em-
on.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was just walking around, just like putting caps on, just like.
And they're playing with toys and trains and all sorts of stuff, banging, making noise, and they just stand back and smile like, these goofy bastards. Look at them.
Look at
It's
him.
almost like
They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on.
I
They
just
don't
wonder
even
if,
know what year it is. Go ahead.
do they research these? Obviously, they don't research how police detectives work, but
No.
do movies research like what it's really like in a in a mental ward or whatever?
Movies that want to succeed. Or movies they're like, I don't know what a psych ward really is, so let's they're all just jumping around with toys.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
We got that
it's
one
like-
guy that's not doing anything.
Yeah, both the punks and like the crazy people are like what like a board of directors think of. Like, so what are punks like? They're all leather and they lick each other. Okay, what
Yeah.
do crazy people
Yeah,
act
okay.
like? Well, they're just wacky and that guy's got a train.
It didn't even dawn on me like why they even cut to why he went there. Like during the movie, I was like, I guess whatever.
He had been I think he had been there before. Like
Yeah.
he was a no, like,
Yeah,
I was
you
like
find out
really,
that-
like
find
I
out
think
that
he was
at the
actually
yeah, he was
not-
in there, but
Yeah.
during that scene at the beginning of the movie, I never thought of why he went there. It just didn't. It just made sense at the time, I guess.
Well, and
well,
I
Oh, he killed that
remember,
nurse.
Oh.
Not when he killed the nurse.
yeah, when he killed the nurse, but what confused me, I just thought of it. What confused the hell out of me is he calls her and he's like, I'm going to kill everyone, that you care about, bitch, and all this stuff. And then it goes to there, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe that's her daughter
Yeah,
or
that's
something
right,
that works
yeah.
there. No, she didn't know who she was. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, she only mentions the first woman that killed. She's like, oh, he killed Yvonne. I think it was her
Yeah.
name or something.
mm,
But I guess back to that scene before he goes and gets to the hotel. Whenever he's at the drive-in, he steals that car from that poor jock that was just trying to get him some.
Yeah, he pushed
Oh, yeah.
out. He pushed
Oh, yeah.
out. What?
He pushed
the,
her.
the keys are in the ignition, sir. Don't beat
Finally
me
got-
up.
He's like, oh,
finally got to second base. He
Yeah.
shit his pants.
Yeah.
He's all filling up her boobs and everything. He's like, I'm gonna get this top off, and then a priest just opens the door. Give me your fucking keys. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Just throws it
And
down
she's
on
like,
the
yeah, she like sees him in the car. She's like, oh my god, I can't go outside without my top buttoned up. Like, get
Yeah.
the fuck out. Do it later.
You just gotta let this psycho priest get behind the wheel and just speed off.
I'd
over.
I'd have got out like while he was driving. Tuck
Yeah.
and roll.
Yeah, Yeah, so at that drive-in, I guess the movie that is listed as being played is Blood, but that's not what they're showing on the screen.
What were they showing on the screen? I can't remember. I know they were saying what movie it was, but
Yeah, Bloodfeast was like in black and white.
oh, okay.
What? Was Bloodfeast in black and white? I haven't seen it forever.
I'm pretty sure it was in color.
Well, from what it looks like, they didn't see it either. So
Yeah. Well, he wasn't paying attention to the movie, dude. He was just
hiding from the bikers.
Yeah.
well, I mean, like he pulls into like a secluded corner, but like as soon as he gets out of his car, the main biker finds him out of the blue, and he's just like, "I'm a man of God" or whatever, ka-chow, and just like stabs him right in the ribs.
I'm not violent.
Till God I said hello.
Yeah. He just starts like throwing out whatever lines, like "I'll have what she's having."
Yeah.
Yeah. Hasta la vista, baby. Yes. Oh my God, that Mister, I don't have any money. I only have $3. We can fuck if you want.
She's like, I'll do anything,
For a
which
second,
is
you see
bullshit because that guy was working hard to get to where he was in the fucking
Yeah, and she knew him.
boyfriend.
So
Yeah. You see his face, and she's like, "I'll fuck you." He's like, he's considered it. He's like,
He's
"No,
like,
I
what?
just kill her. I just better kill her."
wait,
Play
what?
her that way.
Oh man.
You got
No, I like when they finally they pull. I guess he pulls into that. I guess it's a baseball field, and she's like, "Don't hurt me," and she runs off. And then there's like cops not too far from them interviewing people. I guess he cut them off, right? He cut off those people.
Hits him.
He almost hits him.
Drunk,
Yeah.
And they're like, she gets out, and they're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, and they're pointing over there. And instead of like trying to be secret, he's making all this noise to attract her, and he's kicking over trash cans. I'm like, bro, the cops are like right there. Why he's making all this noise? He's just knocking shit over.
Who are the cops going to believe? Bruce Jenner or some skank?
Like his year's not starting off all that well. First, that one lady totally bought like a $5 bottle of liquor on his $100 bill.
Yeah.
That was his allowance.
Yeah, that was his allowance, $100.
Well, he spent the rest of his damn pocket change on that mustache.
Yeah.
I've been saving up
Costume rentals. I mean,
I imagine it
Saving
came out of like a like a machine at Kmart, like the
saving
quarter
up
machine.
3 months for this mustache.
the
Got the
little plastic
mustache.
bubble.
Yeah, I got the mustache and some itching powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it used to have like little handlebars on the side, but got really tired of calling everybody brother.
He did look a little bit older with the mustache, though. I admit that. He looked like he did cocaine with the mustache. Without the mustache, not so much.
There you go.
Not so much. Dude.
Well, just looking at this, because I always have like information in my database pulled up, and like the trailer has like a screenshot of him holding the lighter,
Yeah.
from when he's in the dumpster, and he looks like Matthew
The guy from-
McConaughey in that Dallas Buyers Club movie.
Oh my
You
god.
know who he also kind of looks like, too? The guy from Train Spotting, the guy that, like, remember the guy that, like, drinks a beer and, like, throws that glass behind him?
Oh yeah.
That's who he kind of looks like, too, in a way.
They should
Kinda
have
the-
got. They should have got Matthew McConaughey for that movie.
Yeah.
They should have.
He was too busy doing like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4 or whatever.
All he does in the movie for the remake of New Year's Evil is like, all right.
There it is.
Happy New Year's.
Oh,
Can I
can
look
he
like
just be like can he just be like the Lincoln Killer or whatever? He just rides around his fucking Lincoln murdering people.
Yeah.
He has like this
That'd be
10-minute
awesome.
he has this like 10-minute monologue before he even does anything.
He's like, oh look, there's some people over there. I go over there. Hey, darling, you want to hop in the back of this car here? It's my Lincoln.
Or
So by the
says,
time he actually does it, they want to die.
Yeah.
he calls the lady and says, you're dead. She's like, I'm not dead. It'd be a lot cooler if you were.
Stab.
Yeah, stab. Through the phone.
Yeah, so he gets. I guess next he gets to the hotel, and this was the other scene that I was. So,
Shitty. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, the cops are so bad.
well, I guess he thinks he's just go through the front door, but of course they have to show that this place is on
locked down.
lockdown. So you have these these punks trying to get in, and the cops are telling them that you can't get in. They
What
so
did that punk guy said? I came here all the way from what beach? What did he say?
I have no idea.
Really far away beach.
Yeah. I came here from really far away beach. I was working late.
I was working at the hot dog stand, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
I just got off my shift at the liquor store.
I was in the back stocking.
It took me forever, but I had to count out some bitch's change. It was like $95 on a $100 bill.
Oh, I'd be pissed. I'm like, well, give me my fucking money back if I can't enjoy this show. The ticket, man.
Yeah, so he he realizes he can't get in the front door, so he gets to go around back. Well, I guess it's another reason that's not let us know who he is, because if he just tries to go to the front door.
Yeah.
But he goes around back and he sees there's two cops guarding the back door, and then one goes in, and he kind of hangs back and then says something like, he needs help over here. He found like a drunk. So this cop walks over there and he knocks the cop out.
Oh yeah, the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then
like
the other
old Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Officer, there's a drunkard on the road. Officer.
He's like, oh, well, it's over here. I guess I better go look at it.
Bonk.
Tink.
And he
You're
takes
down.
it, but the cop is obviously a little bit bigger than he
Yeah,
is.
but the clothes fit
clothes.
so well.
And I was just like, just reminded me of like something like Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you'd
Big
think
time.
they know like what all the cops inside that place look like. And then he comes in there, it's like no one says anything, or like, hey, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. He took out a stunt double.
Yeah.
I like how whenever that one cop sees him and he's like, who are you? He radios around the hotel, but no one radios the guy at the back door. Not one person. It's like they didn't even care about him or something.
They're like, yeah,
like that's the
fuck
most
that
important
guy.
place to be.
Well, speaking of radio, that's one of my biggest complaints is that when he finally gets in, he sneaks into the apartment or like the hotel room where like his son is, and what's her name comes up and she's got a cop with him, right? So when he finally like makes himself known to the cop, he's like, "Who are you?" It's like, "That's hey, don't worry about me. I'm just her husband." And she comes out, he's like, "Yeah, he's my husband, whatever." And like they're like, "How'd you get in here?" It's like, "Well, the hotel manager okayed it." And right there, his suspicious little thing turned on in his head.
Wait a minute.
But he the whole time he had been calling everything over the radio. But the minute he sees anything suspicious, absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
like he doesn't call it in at all.
I have a gut
Like,
feeling
hey,
this guy's
there's an
telling
extra
the truth.
person here who's kind of her husband, but I kind of feel like he's the guy that's doing everything.
I have a gut feeling this guy's all right.
yeah.
Yeah, like this movie
Yeah.
could have ended right there. Could have been like, hey, is the hotel manager with you, Chief? It's like, he sure is. Yeah, I got a guy here saying that he got the A-OK. Did he? Nope. Okay.
Yeah. I like his excuse though. He's like, "Hey, who the hell are you?" He's like, "I'm her husband. Don't worry about it." He's like, "Well, where the hell have you been?" He goes, "I've been in the can."
Yeah.
That whole time? I mean, I guess he
I was
went
pooping.
to Panera Bread or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Officer,
Well,
if you may know, I had what you call the green apple splatters.
Do not
Checks
go in
out
that
with me.
bathroom.
That's an actual legal term, by the way.
What? Green apple splatters?
Yeah.
Well,
that
I
holds
was
up
gonna
in
say-
court.
the the mask that he wears when he scares his wife.
That's pretty
Yeah.
The creepiest. He should have wore that the whole movie. That mask was
Exactly.
so fucking creepy.
When I would like see stuff about that movie when they showed like I would like watch some documentary how like movies from the 80s or something. It just showed that scene. That was it. Just him with that mask. And for some reason I thought it was Terror Train. Because Terror Train they have a bunch of people in masks too, don't they?
Right.
Yeah, they do.
See, I thought that was part of that, but I was like, oh shit.
But if I ever make a slasher film, that's the mask my guy's wearing.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
what a reference.
That
See that? No, you can't do that, Gary. Sorry to cut you off, but that'd make you a
No.
big asshole. You know why? Because people are going to find the movie where that mask come from. They're going to buy it and watch it, and they're going to be completely disappointed, like we were.
And then they're never gonna trust us.
I know, but
again.
even on the commentary of my movie, I'm gonna say I got the mask from New Year's Evil. I'm gonna like put
P.S. Don't watch it.
Everybody watched it.
I think that's what made me mad too, man. I was like, okay, through the whole thing with the little stupid costumes, changing in and out. You're a nurse, you're a freaking, cokehead at a freaking disco, and then you're a priest. How come you weren't in that jumpsuit with that badass mask? No, you save it for your wife who knows what you look like. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah,
I don't get it. I was like, man, that would have been so badass. I'm with you, Carrie. He should have wore that mask the whole time when murdering people. I think that would have made this movie a lot better.
Yeah, see, he like wore the other stuff that he wore to lure them in, and then before he kills them, he wears the jumpsuit and the creepy mask.
Well, actually, that would have made his costume changes even better. Like, it's a crazy clown, but he's also a priest. I'm so conflicted.
Whoa, what is this?
You're like,
He's a
hang on a
clown
second,
of
I gotta
God.
go to the shitter. Like, before he's killed, he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Changes.
Oh, he's like, it's just like burps. I gotta go take a shit. Be right back.
I got the green apple splatters.
Can that be the new title of the movie?
Yes.
Green apple splatters.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but he had this elaborate plan to like once he gets in the hotel. I mean, he had access to like the controls of the elevator and the security. I mean, it's 1980, so I'm sure there wasn't a lot to it, but
Oh, they weren't that nice.
yeah, just
They-
this big elaborate plan to, I guess, kill his wife. I'm
Yeah.
assuming is what his.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, this movie would have made
Could have just done this at home.
like this whole movie could have just like taken place in the hotel. Like he could have had that mask on. He could have started picking
Yes.
people off that she knew, and that would have been a million times better.
The
I think
director of this is going to listen to this.
It could have been like a really
I gotta
like a
rethink it.
classic whodunit. Yeah.
No, that would have been a badass movie. He knows
And
the
then that
electrical
means-
shit, shuts down the whole thing. People are
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Yeah, what the hell?
And
I
then
mean,
then the whole bait and switch with the sun would have made more sense at the end.
yeah.
Because we
Well,
don't
what
even
if-
find out until the end of the movie that he was a patient at the mental hospital. So it's like, okay, what was wrong with him? Like, why is he? You don't
Yeah.
find any of this stuff out until
He likes
the
to
end.
dress up as characters and kill people. He called himself
He has a
evil.
costume fetish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of hand.
No, I thought
evil.
I'm evil. I thought the way he was going to kill his wife, little elaborate, but also pretty damn cool.
Oh
I
yeah,
was like,
hang her
oh,
off
that-
hang her off the bottom of
yeah.
the elevator.
I was like, hey,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
I was kind of mad that it didn't work.
Yeah. Well, there was like a hail of bullets that took out the control panel. And then
Oh, I'm just saying. After 2 hours,
yeah.
like I was just like, can he just like do it? Can
Yeah.
he just like, can he kind of win here, guys?
Why didn't you just throw her out the window or off the balcony or something? You had to go
Yeah.
and do all that crap. That was stupid. But
For a second, I thought it was gonna be like Jeff Daniels from Speed. Just like I thought she was gonna like get strapped to the top and just kind of get
Yeah.
smushed on the top. Spoilers for Speed. I guess.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie, and I guess I never will.
Oh,
God damn it.
damn it, Eric. You messed it up.
Yeah, so that was like the biggest problem with once I got to the end of the movie was what was mentally wrong with the guy? Why is he doing all this? It was like an excuse just to have a movie, you know?
He didn't like his allowance.
The kid, they could have done more with it, you know, with the kid also.
They just really pretty much showed him doing weird shit, and that was it.
Yeah, just the one time. I mean, there was so much more they could have done with it.
Well, I guess the assumption is he was always doing weird shit.
Yeah.
So she was used to it. It was nothing. It was like normal. That's normal. He spit pantyhose on his face again. That's okay. It's just
like the movie's already 2 hours. You don't need an extra 5 minutes of him rubbing his face on his mom's clothes or whatever.
Yeah. But he did get that
umbilical cord. I still have the umbilical cord that came from a mother.
Oh my god. It's like all dried and he chops it up on a mirror and snorts it.
Oh my god.
It's the 80s, baby.
He's like, oh, that's some good shit.
Well, and
then he puts the pantyhose on his head.
And when the father's plan, he's like, I'm gonna take my son to like Fenway Park or something.
Oh, the Rose Bowl game.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm gonna take him to the Rose Bowl. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. I mean, you didn't have to kill everybody to do that.
He's 20. I don't care. He's my son.
And he got the part. He didn't
And he
even
got
use
the
your
part.
last name.
Did you even know what part he was in? Did you even say that's awesome? I did. While I was killing that nurse.
He used the name that I gave him, Johnny Apple Splatter, and he got the part.
Yeah. You know who gave me the green apple splatters? Our son. We're connected.
I did dig whenever he did finally, jump off the roof. That was pretty cool special effects, I think. Just
Okay.
throwing a dummy off it.
Damn it. Nobody ever learns to weigh the fucking arms and legs in those things. So they did not all just blah.
He did this whole speech, and then he's like, and they're like, "Don't you do it, you scumbag!" I'm like, "Why not? Just let him do it. Save some money. I mean, let him."
Well, was he laughing every time they were talking? He was like,
But like he had this whole thing orchestrated, but that was his end game. Like there was no way. Come on, that was his plan B.
The guy must have had no blood in him because when he fell, there was no blood.
Yeah.
He looked like
no blood, just all evil.
Looked like Jim Carrey on the runway in Dumb and Dumber. That's what he.
I guess what they called. I guess that's why they called him No Blood Bruce Jenner.
No blood Bruce Jenner. Yeah, you'd expect to see a head blowing off, or you know what I mean, like just some splatter, but no, just a little cut on his head.
Yeah, I've been spoiled with movies like In Bruges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Somebody hits the ground, they pop like a water balloon.
Yeah.
Spoilers for In Bruges fans.
I have seen that, so you did not ruin that for me yet.
I'm 1-1.
I mean, they should make this into a drink game. It's like, how many times are you going to notice something wrong about this movie?
Yeah.
Or something that makes you laugh, and you can be like, all right, turn it into a drinking game.
Well, here's a big plot hole.
Yeah, here's a big plot.
You're telling me this isn't a perfect movie?
I'm going to give you a big plot hole right now. He didn't kill anybody on the mountain time.
Oh no, he missed one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of people in this country that they don't count Colorado as a real state. So
Oh, okay.
it's just too damn square. Like,
Well, they don't really do much out there. I mean, you got New York and Times Square, and everybody's like, "All right, cool," and everywhere else is just nah, whatever. That has always been like the staple. Whenever the year changes, everybody watches that stupid ball drop. So maybe that's what happened.
But now Colorado, they got all that people living there now because the marijuana is probably the place for New Year's now, but not in the 80s. Definitely
No,
was.
not in the. That's what I'm talking about. In the 80s.
Yeah, like what else is out there in Mountain Time? So you got like New York Eastern Time, Chicago Central, fucking
Colorado.
Cheyenne, Wyoming. I don't know.
Colorado's the only mountain town. Inside itself.
Yeah, so they also set up, I guess, a possible sequel with his son.
No.
Um,
Did they
I wish his
ever?
name-
They ever make a sequel?
What,
I don't know.
what was his son's name, by the way?
I got the part.
Yeah. Johnny Apple Splatter. What'd you call him? Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Applesplitter.
Derek? Was his name Derek?
Oh yeah, Derek.
Oh, okay.
I was just kind of hoping for Steve, just so I could say New Year's Steve-le, but
Yeah.
And what his mother knew him as is, huh? What'd you say?
Yeah, I don't know if they made a sequel or not. I would say not. I would say
I don't think they did.
it's up to us 40 years later to pick up the reins and flesh out this New Year's Evil 2.
Yeah,
I think we could do it. Yeah.
I'm on board.
we could do it.
They'll just be like, well, she's going to the hospital and there's a killer, so we'll just do this Halloween 2 style
Yeah.
and just drown some topless lady in the
Hey, one of the I'm on the IMDb
yeah.
for a New Year's Evil, and it says, quotes, guy in elevator. What is this? Fucking shit going on here.
Yes, the writing in the movie was something else, and we're gonna have to get the same writers.
Oh, definitely. Because I'm like I said,
we're not gonna use them in the movie. We're just gonna wrangle them up and shoot them ourselves.
Yeah. This was
Well,
either
the director did the story. I'm going to say, we can't. Guy's dead. The screenwriter's dead. My God, he's born in 1916.
We gotta trick him, like, oh yeah, like we're all gonna go ride on the new Suicide Squad. Ha!
Yeah.
No, guys, it's the Firing Squad.
We get the director. He did the story, but he didn't write it. But he directed it.
Yeah, like I said, this was either a failed Columbo episode or it was just two other movies thrown together,
Feels like it.
like stitched together. It was horrible.
The director of this movie did Ninja Death or 9 Deaths of the Ninja, Three-Way Weekend, New Year's Evil, and Demon Warp.
Well, if anybody's interested, the actor who played our villain, Kip Niven, is still alive and still making movies.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
We should get him on the podcast.
we should do that.
Hey, we just
Actually,
crapped all over your movie. You want to come on?
Yeah.
What else has he been in? He just has him in the face. Oh, he was in Magnum Force. He was in Earthquake.
Magnum Force. Oh, the Dirty Harry movie.
Yeah.
He played the same character.
Mm.
It was on an episode of
Mr.
Law and
Evil.
Order.
Oh shit, he was in Chips.
Before
He was
or
in the
after?
episode
Was it
So
before
he
or after
did
this
know him.
movie?
83. It was in 83.
Oh, so that means that whole line was ad-libbed. There's
Yeah, could have been. He was in the episode of Day of the Robot, and he played Dr. Rutledge.
Oh, classic. Dr. Rutledge. I used
He
to
was
cosplay as that guy.
Oh, he was also in The Waltons, where he played Reverend Tom Marshall and Lieutenant Clark.
Holy crap!
Lord.
So he did all those. That's where he got the costumes from
Yeah.
all of his old movies.
He just
Oh,
kept them.
that's so meta. Like he's
Yeah.
an aspiring actor like his son.
Yeah.
Dang, we opened up a big can of worms here,
We
guys.
did.
Who knew this movie was that deep?
He did the Sixth Sense TV show. And yeah. He's got steady work.
Yeah, he
Well,
has,
shit, if he's still doing stuff, this sequel's already off the ground and running.
yeah.
Yeah. He's in One Eye Open. He's in Devil's Food Cake. Goodlands. The Tree. The Tree. Rue. Jayhawkers, Pop Tarts, One Man's Trash.
He played Santa Claus too in Santa's Sack.
Oh my god.
The only
Yeah,
good
but
Indian.
it's funny that his profile picture on IMDb is him in that mask.
That's what
It's not even his actual face. It's him
And
in the
that-
mask.
there's
him
no
in the
picture. There's no picture of his face anywhere.
This is how they know me.
Yeah.
Wait, there's him where he had like the black toboggan on. I think when he first called. I think, yeah, that's the only picture of his actual face.
Isn't that like a
No,
isn't
no,
that
no.
like a-
He's got
Go
a
ahead.
mustache. The one with the mustache when he meets that girl at that club.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a line from Dark Knight Rises? They didn't care who I was until I put on the mask or something
Yeah.
like that.
Ain't care who it was. I put on the mask.
You know, a lot of people in here just play their character is their same, like their real name. It's kind of weird.
This movie was made in 7 hours.
Yeah. It was written by a child and then rewritten by his older brother.
Written by Skip Woods. Oh, Skip.
I think he was one of the guys in the mental institution.
Yeah, that's the guy they
Probably.
showed. They never showed it.
Whoa.
He's like, we need some writers. We're at the crazy house. Just give them paper. They'll start scribbling. And that's how we got the movie.
We just
It's
get
kind of like
Yeah,
having enough
face
monkeys
out.
type at a typewriter and eventually it'll work out that works as fake Shakespeare or whatever it is.
Yeah, but I think it was part of the whole. You had Halloween, and then
Yeah.
Silent Night, Deadly Night,
Hmm.
and then just people they were trying to do. You had
All the
Was there
good
a-
holidays were taken.
yeah.
My
So we
Bloody
had-
Valentine, all that came out.
So
during
it-
that
it was
time.
either-
April Fool's Day. There was a
Yeah.
movie with that.
He finally made a prison stay like in the it was like mid 2000s, I think. They made a prison
Yeah.
stay horror movie.
Oh, come on. I mean, all the good holidays are taken, so it's either New Year's Evil or Arbor Day of the Dead. So it's like, what's left?
Isn't there some like new holidays, like some like not major ones, but small ones they can just make a horror movie out of?
I don't
Like
know.
what's that? People always say it's that movie Empire Records, Rex Morgan Day. We can make it into a horror movie. You know what I'm talking about? Empire. Y'all ever seen Empire Records?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what the.
It's like it's Rex Morgan Day, or I guess that's his name. I can't remember, but like yeah. And some people actually every time it's early that day, people are like, "Hey, happy Rex Morgan Day." We can make it to a horror movie, guys.
Yeah.
Just gotta find that actor.
I'm trying to think of just like obscure holidays, or even something that hasn't been done before.
We could do a horror movie by No Nut November.
That's already horrible. Oh, that could be like a group of guys. They challenge each other to do it, but no, their hormones get in the way and they start just murdering each other. It's like, I need my release. Stab.
Stab. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'd never seen this movie before. I watched it the other day for this episode, and I'm glad I didn't have to pay for it.
Same. I'm glad Amazon got me on that one.
You're the real hero here, Amazon.
Yeah.
If I had to pay for this, oh well, hang on. I probably could have, gotten it somewhere, like
Yeah.
buy it, but I would have been like, I wasted 50 cents on this goddamn movie.
But I feel like this could be a like a New Year's tradition where you watch it on New Year's Eve with a bunch of friends that make fun of it.
Horse shit. I'm not watching this fucking movie again.
Is this the only New Year's movie, like horror movie?
You name the other one. Wasn't Terror Train one?
Oh, is Terror Train New Year's? I haven't seen Terror Train forever. Wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis in that one? Or she was in she was in Prom Night, wasn't she?
Yeah.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah, I
Hold
think
on.
she was in Terror Train.
Oh, she
Yeah,
was?
she was. She was.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to make a New Year's horror movie right now. What do you call it? My money's on Time Scare.
Here. New Year's Killing Eve.
Starring Dick Clark.
His starring Dick Clark as Satan. Is he still alive, Dick Clark?
No,
I don't think so.
no, he
Definitely
isn't.
not. Well, he's one of those poor gentlemen who passed away and didn't know it.
Yeah.
I remember
No.
like we saw him, and then like
he
next
actually
time,
he actually done the New Year's Eve thing a couple years after he died.
Oh, remember oh yeah, remember he did one year, and then like the next year, I guess he had suffered a stroke. He looked bad.
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
time.
Yeah,
that's
he
what
was-
they just popped
everybody
him up
was-
the stage.
Yeah, everybody told him to not do it, but he's like, "It's my show. I've been doing it for 50 years," and everybody was just like, "Oh, Oh.
What a champ, though.
Yeah.
I guess."
He's gonna haunt your dreams tonight, Eric.
No, you got me feeling bad because I start thinking of like other poor guys or like Tim Curry's like all messed up now.
Yeah, getting ready.
Oh, I know, yeah. You know what I was thinking? If they would have done the Bohemian Rhapsody movie in the 80s, I mean, you know, whatever, or maybe early 90s, Tim Curry would have played a good Freddie Mercury.
That would have been hilarious.
So Eric, you're not recommending this one, right, to anybody?
No, it's free on Amazon, and just go fucking light some shit on fire in the backyard. That's more entertaining.
Okay, if you want a movie to like just, you really don't have to pay attention to, unless you want to pay attention to it, or just a movie to drink to because it's funny or you know whatever, you know, go ahead and do it.
Mr. Poe, do you recommend this one?
Yeah, I like what Billy had to say. Yeah, I agree with him. That's a little fun movie to watch and just sit back and just laugh, and critique it kind of like what we did.
Right. Yeah, I would definitely. Like I said, I would watch it again with a group of people to make fun of it.
Had to review it, like we post it and like Amazon takes it off.
Yeah.
No, it's because of me, because I sent all these death threats.
Take this movie off. I swear to God.
Yeah.
You'll lose me. You'll lose me as a client.
New Year's Evil definitely made for a fun episode.
Yes, it did.
So did everybody get to see the Us trailer?
Yeah, that looked good.
Yeah. Looks just like Get Out. Like the cinematography and everything looks exactly the same.
But like a darker color.
Ooh, that's bad. You shouldn't have said that.
Oh.
No, like how the Get Out had more of a blue color, and this one's like more like red and.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Sorry.
Someone rev up their Candy Crush there for a second.
But yeah, Us
get to
looks
see it?
freaking awesome.
Did you get to see it, Mr. Poe?
Yes, I did. I think it looks very good. I say it again. Jordan Peele. If he keeps making movies like these, man, I mean, he's just going to be one of the greats. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, he's gonna be the Stephen King and the Clive Barker of this generation.
It blows my mind that he's the guy from like Key and Peele. But if you notice, if you ever watched Key and Peele, more of the darker like horror segments was from Jordan Peele. And
Right.
those were good.
Yeah.
And then having I've seen Get Out, I really enjoyed it, and then seeing this trailer, it really gets me excited for what he's going to do with Candyman, and also the new Twilight Zone TV show. I think he's going to be perfect for the Twilight Zone.
Was the Candyman thing confirmed? Because last time I read it was a rumor.
I think it's confirmed. They have a director. They announced a director, and I can't remember who it is right now.
See, I like the woman that plays the mother on Us. She was in 12 Years a Slave. She was also the voice on Star Wars. The woman that Han Solo saw, that like alien type.
Yeah, I know
alien.
you're talking about.
The
And-
dried pumpkin lady?
Yeah, and she was also in Black Panther. I think she's a phenomenal actress. Like she's really her name. I can't pronounce her name because I'm shitty at pronouncing names. But it's like Lupita or something like that. She's fucking awesome. I really enjoy her.
Yeah, but this movie really, it looks like it's gonna be really good.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be bloodier than Get Out. Get Out wasn't really bloody anyway.
No,
Yeah,
not
you had
really.
that one scene at the end there, but
Yeah.
Spoilers, it has an end.
yeah.
I'm excited for Hellboy.
Eh, I'm here or there.
It's
I bought the comic book base. Apparently, it's inspired by the movie, so I'm gonna read it.
because they said it was going to be darker,
It said it's rated R. Yeah.
but to me, I think they're going for a Deadpool is what they're doing.
Thanks.
It's gonna be a comedy, but with like a lot of blood.
Oh, a dark comedy, maybe.
Yeah.
Or a black comedy, rather. However
Yeah.
they called it.
I really haven't seen any other trailers that just us and then Hellboy and I'm kind of interested in wanting to see Escape Room, to be honest with you.
I don't know. That seems like it's just a gimmick. It's a gimmick movie.
I hate that it's PG-13.
It's PG-13, so they can get a bigger audience to watch it. And like I said, it's a gimmick thing. It's the same problem with New Year's Evil. We're building a movie around something. We're not writing a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
the only like really good that I can think of on the top of my head that was PG-13 that they made the last couple of years that was really good was fucking The Final Girls.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a real.
Is that the
fun
one
movie.
that had a dude from Workaholics in it? Is that
Yeah.
the same one? Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. It was PG-13. You know, PG-13 kind of like throws me off on horror movies or stuff like that. But it's more of a comedy horror, I would say. But like, it was funny, and the kills were the kills were really good. But it really didn't show much, but it was good though.
yeah. Just whenever I see the trailer for Escape Room, I just keep thinking it's basically the Saw movies all over.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah.
I think I want to see it because I have a small crush on the woman on there. She was in Daredevil. Oh, what's her name? I can't think of her name.
Yeah,
She's
I
like
know
that-
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah. It also has the guy from Tucker and Dale versus Evil has him in it.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, Tyler LeBanc.
Yes.
And I heard they're supposed to make a sequel. But you know who directed Tucker and Dale versus Evil? Sally Field's son.
Rally Field? No.
He has like a different name. It's like doesn't have like Field, but he also did Little Evil, too. Y'all have never seen that. Has Adam Scott. I can't remember the girl in there.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah, they adopt the son. It's kind of like The Omen, but like it's like funny.
Right. Well, I know we kind of tackled this on the other episode, but what are you looking forward to coming out in next year, Mr. Poe?
I guess the Stephen King movies that are coming out, the Pet Sematary and It Chapter 2. Of course, we talked about the Godzilla movie, the new one. Looks pretty crazy, pretty cool. I hope it's better than the last one. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I know there's and the new Child's Play. I mean, that's gonna be. I know there's mixed feelings on that, on the internet, but I think it'll be good.
Are they still gonna have what's his name as the voice for Chucky?
No.
Okay.
Brad Dourif.
Not to say he's bad or anything, but like when you do a reboot for a movie and you still carry over like the same actors, it's not really a reboot at that point. It's just a remake. Stop it.
Pet Sematary looks really good.
The set of Pet Sematary was super, super tight-lipped. I was up north in Montreal when they were filming that. John Lithgow was up there, and every time that the news folks up there would try to like get like a little story from there, they'd be like, nope. The cops would like push them away and stuff. So all the story that they had were like, oh, they're filming this movie up here at Sematary. So.
Oh, I love John Lithgow. If you ever seen him in Dexter as the Trinity Killer, you need to watch it. Fourth season of Dexter.
So I'll just skip that season because I haven't watched it yet.
I mean, they're all good. I've probably watched like the first 6 seasons. I don't know how many seasons. I was kind of disappointed with the 6 seasons, so I stopped watching it.
Yeah, so 2019 I think is going to be really good year for horror.
Yeah, I hope so.
Which means we're going to have a lot to talk about on future episodes.
I thought, all right, are we going to do this for another episode, like your top 5 favorite horror movies? I mean, I probably missed it because I didn't get to be with y'all Friday.
Oh, don't worry about it. That just devolved into a Die Hard discussion.
Yeah, that turned into Die Hard and The Incredibles 2.
Yeah, it went to Die Hard to Pixar movies, and yeah.
Spoilers.
All right, what would y'all? All right, I want to ask y'all. Can y'all do your top 5 of this year?
I only had the one. Well, actually, I ended up having 2.
Oh, actually, hang on. Let me reach in my trash can and get there.
What's yours, Carrie?
Mandy. Although I can add another. I can add another one because I finally seen Hereditary.
What did you think? Hereditary is good, wasn't it?
It was really good.
Creepy, wasn't it? Didn't it make you feel uneasy?
Not really, and it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. But me and Eric were talking about it before, like a little bit last night. I think I'm just desensitized to like stuff that's scary anymore. But I could still appreciate I mean, it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, nothing scares me too. It's just like stuff makes you feel uneasy. Like the part where she was like,
well, don't go too much into it. Just in case anyone hasn't seen it yet.
Have y'all seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
you haven't?
I have, and the one thing that I really enjoyed about this was the very intense scenes. Like, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But that scene where and there's not just one, but a couple of them where it's like, oh man, how you just saw something, you're like, okay, how is this character going to react? And you see how intense it is, and that's what I really loved about it.
Yeah, the way they shot like you said, whenever the character sees something, the way that stuff was shot gave it a more to where you felt like you were seeing, you know what I'm saying? Like you saw it in your room as you're watching the movie. But again, I think the other problem that I'm having, and I've been having this a lot, is the buildup of everybody saying this is the best movie of the year, and then you watch it and you're like,
people's been saying that. I'm talking the part that I'm gonna see if I can do the sound effect. Part that made me feel uneasy. Remember, like when you just hear that, it was like the mother. She had that thing around her neck. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's the one that made me feel uneasy. Because that sound, I was like, what the hell's going on?
Well, see, now I know this movie has sound, and I'm not interested. So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I think by that point in the movie, I was just completely, because it takes a big turn at the end of where you're just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on now.
Yeah, that's one movie that surprised me, that I thought I knew what the ending was going to be, or kind of had a little bit of an idea what the ending might be, and it was like, nope, I was wrong.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah.
We'll definitely, I think that we'll definitely have to do an episode to where we talk more in depth on this, because there's so much to this movie just hidden within it that I didn't even realize until I watched it again, and then I was like, wait a minute, and I started catching on to little hints of what's going on. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's on Prime, so you can watch it as many times as you want now, and I'm definitely going to have to watch it again.
So you said Hereditary and Mandy?
Yes.
Eric, what was your top 5? Or top movies that you can name?
I liked half of Mandy.
You liked Man.
Yeah.
No, well,
You
more or
didn't
less,
like
I'd
the
to
first
be-
half, did you? You didn't like the first half?
Not really, no.
Yeah, I've heard like a lot of complaints is like people don't like the first half that much, but like the last or the second last half, people are like, fucking yeah.
For like the fifth time, it's just there's just not enough for me to grab onto, except for like it looks really pretty. Anyhow, top movies: Death of Stalin, Sorry to Bother You, Avengers: Infinity War, Incredibles 2, and best movie of the year, Mission Impossible: Fallout. So, fight
Alright.
me.
What about you, Mr. Poe?
I chose Hereditary as well as my movie. And then I chose a TV show called Channel Zero. It comes on Sci-Fi, and it was around Halloween, and it was called The Dream Door, the episodes for this season, and Pretzel Jack is my new favorite horror character. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Pretzel Jack sounds like the name of a guy that nobody talks to at the mall.
Yeah.
He just eats pretzels and he just puts too much mustard on his pretzels.
It's all over his beard. He never
Yeah.
washes it off.
But interesting little side bit on the guy that plays Pretzel Jack. He was on America's Got Talent, and he was like the contortionist guy. He was a real tall gentleman, and he was just bending and everything all over. Freaked the judges out. I know that. But
I'm pretty sure he's been in another thing. I can't remember what it was though.
he probably was, but yeah, that's who it is. That's who played him. I didn't even know that, and I read it, and I was like, "Oh shit, that is." So.
It's not in any particular order. I'd have to say Halloween, Hereditary,
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say that's really not in order. Yes.
Mandy.
Yeah.
I finally got to watch Upgrade, and I really enjoyed Upgrade. I thought Upgrade was
I agree with that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
And it's too bad I didn't get to see Bad Times at the El Royale or The House that Jack Built, but I'm going to watch them soon.
I'll be watching those also. There's also, I was going to mention, there's a movie that's on Netflix now. It's part of the Black Mirror series. Have you heard of the Black Mirror?
I've watched a few episodes. I watched the one that had Ron Howard's daughter. Where like everybody needs that like, yeah, has like
Howard.
Where it's like everybody like needs followers or something or likes. Yeah, that episode I saw that.
But there's a movie on there now. It's Black Mirrors. It's a movie, and it's a choose your own adventure movie. It has up to 5 different endings, and I'm not sure how it works yet because I haven't watched it. But it just seemed interesting that they were doing a choose your own adventure on Netflix.
That's crazy. Yeah. Black Mirror used to be like just a British like show for BBC, wasn't it? Or no, maybe it was just a British show, and then Netflix got the rights or got the distributing rights to it after like it had like I don't know if they got canceled. They stopped making it after a couple of years, after a couple of seasons, and Netflix picked it up because it's strictly just BBC property.
Yeah. No, you're right, and they did a awesome job. The last season that they had was really good. I liked a lot of the episodes. There were some that were but there was quite a few of them that I enjoyed. But I'm definitely going to check out that movie you're talking about, Carrie. I'm going to check that one out.
Yeah, I'm just curious about the whole choose your own adventure thing.
Yeah,
the only episodes I've ever seen that I can remember is one that had Ron Howard's daughter, and then the one where like that kid. Remember that kid who gets that phone call? He has to do some crazy shit with that one guy from Game of Thrones. You know what I'm talking about? Because that kid had those pictures on his laptop. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't remember that one.
I'm trying to think of it too.
He's like a delivery boy or something. They call him like. The reason why he was getting blackmailed is because that dude had kid pictures on his computer. You know what I'm talking about? And he was working with that one guy that had y'all ever seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yes.
must have missed this. I must have missed this one because it doesn't.
Bronn, the guy that was with Jaime Lannister, that was his friend, or no, it was with Tyrion. Well, he's with both of them. Bronn, he's with the kid. I forgot what they did.
I must have missed that. I must have missed that one because it's not.
Yeah, I mean that's a real good
familiar
one.
at all.
Yeah. I forgot what they had to do, but like the reason why the kid was doing everything the phone says because the kid had like was fucking gross and he had kid pictures on his like laptop. They were like, if you don't do this, we're going to expose you. Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. Well, before we jump off here, guess we'll do something kind of cheesy. Eric, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Burn this movie.
That's a good one. Billy?
Not kill anybody at Walmart.
Mr. Poe?
And try to get less fewer gray hairs.
No, okay.
I guess my resolution would be just to keep doing what I'm doing over here on our little show, and hopefully we get a little better at it each time.
Yeah, the same one here. Of course, my other one is watch more horror movies because I didn't get to watch anything this past year. So more movies. Definitely going to continue with the podcast. Like I said, hopefully get better. And if you listen to our first episode compared to what I already can tell like a big difference. So I think
how many episodes did we do? It was just me and you. It was like 2. Was it 1 or 2?
2 or 3? I can't remember.
I think it was 2 of them. Yeah. I listened to y'all's entire catalog to get familiar with it.
That's still crazy that like that's what blew my mind the first. Because I mean, obviously, my family and friends would listen to it, but to have a stranger that I've never met before say, "Hey, I just spent 14 hours listening to your voice," and I'm just like, that's so crazy.
Dude,
Carrie, if he asks for your personal information and credit card number, say no.
Yeah. No. I just recently, earlier this year, started listening to podcasts, and I'm in a truck a lot for my job. I hop out and I do my job, and then I jump back in the truck, drive to another site, and I have a lot of seat time. So I started going through them, and then y'all's podcast just kind of popped up, and I was like, okay, I'll listen to these guys, and I just started listening to it, and it was on in the truck, and that's how I got through all of it. Listen to the first to now, I guess.
Right.
So been keeping up with it.
So, like, awesome. Jokes aside, that's actually really cool. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
No problem.
Because not only did I have like a hell of a time with the little cast we did the other day, which will be up shortly, I'm sure. But just to find out like you were also a fan of us as we were a fan of you, it's really nice to hear. So I appreciate you very much.
I appreciate y'all as well.
My girlfriend and her friends were like, "Yeah, we listened to you. Like your 2 co-hosts are like, hey, yeah, this movie's good," and they're like making fun of me. They're like, "Yeah, Billy," you're like, "Yeah, this movie's okay. Yes, I like it pretty well." And I'm like, "All right, guys, I see how you want it."
Oh, hey, Bill. Yeah. Hey, Bill, how many pretties would you give New Year's Evil?
Oh, I give it a pretty. That's 2.5.
Like 2.5, yeah.
Yeah, 2.5.
Oh man.
But I gotta get off here, guys.
Yes,
the old
I do as well.
Here.
Yep.
Good. We should definitely do this again.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah, nice to talk to you, Billy. I hadn't talked to you yet, so
yeah. He's finally returned from the bear rapery. He'll handle
You'll know what we're talking about when you hear the Poe and Grimm Podcast New Year's Eve special.
I'll be looking forward to it. But you guys have a happy New Year.
You
Carrie,
too.
I'll see you. Mr. Poe, you have a happy New Year. No, I'm off tomorrow, Carrie.
Oh, I'll see you next year.
See you next year.
God damn it.
We almost got through it.
Yeah. Eric, I'll see you.
See you, man.
You and Carrie's gift should be here in a couple of days, so all right. I'll see y'all later.
All right, see you.
See you, Bill.
Bye.
You want to throw some plugs out there again? Give your information again, just in case anybody come in.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, the Poe and Grimm Podcast, that's what I'm a part of. You can find us on Twitter at GrimPoe. We have the Poe and Grimm Podcast on Facebook, also a Facebook group attached to that, and Instagram as well. And pretty much listen to us wherever you listen to a podcast. We're on there. So.
All right, and again, we had a blast. This episode, and then of course your episode that we were on was super fun. Really hope we can do it again with some future episodes.
Oh, most definitely. I had a blast on here too, and yesterday as well. So, yeah, very very humbling. Thank you guys.
Yep, thank you, Eric. You got anything to say?
We should get an Instagram account and just call it an Instagram from beneath.
We should do that. All right, well, to everybody listening, thanks again for sticking around till this, 14, 15 episodes in, and we look forward to doing this again next year.